So here is our ESC and you can see a DIN style connector on it which I chopped off. So we're gonna start soldering our ESC to our board by taking some soldering wire on soldering iron and then placing it on the ESC power cables. After doing that, take some soldering wire on the power distribution board points and start soldering the ESC wires. This process is gonna take some time, so be patient while doing this. As you can see, our first ESC is soldered and we're gonna solder the other 3 ESCs as the same way we did with the first one. So now all the ESCs are soldered and we are ready to move ahead to the second step. Now we are gonna make a LiPo battery connector for our quadcop. Start by taking a thick wire and chopping its covering. You can also take 2 thin wires and twist them together to make one single wire. Now take some solder on the wires. This is gonna help you to connect your wires to the DIN style connector and power distribution board afterwards. Do the same thing with the other sides as well as with one other wire. Now take a male DIN style connector that we just chop off from one of the 4 ESCs and we're gonna use it to connect our LiPo battery to the power distribution board. Start by soldering the 2 wires to the DIN style connector. So now our connector is ready and we're gonna solder it to our board. By the way, this is the positive connector and this is the negative. So now our connector is ready. You can find small liquid patches around the connection, that is just soldering wax which came out of the soldering wire. So now we are going to attach this motor to the leg of our quadcopter like this, so that the wire of the motor goes inward to the quadcopter frame. By the way, we are using the cap hexagon socket screws and screwdriver. Start by placing your motor on the leg and then placing a screw. Use a screwdriver to tighten it, but remember that don't tighten the screw fully as you need to move your motor for placing the second screw. When you have placed the second screw, you can tighten both the screws. Now place the third and the fourth screw. So the first leg of our quadcopter is ready. Jerk the motor to see whether it is shaking or not. If shaking, tighten the screw properly to prevent accident while flying. Now do the same with the other legs also. All the four legs of our quadcopter are ready and we are ready to go move to next step. So in this step, we are gonna attach the leg of our quadcop to the base frame. Start by rotating the base to 180 degree and placing it over the leg. We are gonna use cap hexagon socket screws and screwdriver which are little smaller than the first one. So all the four legs are now connected to the base of the quadcop and we are ready to move to next step. Now we are going to connect our ESC to our brushless motor. There is no hard and fast rule of doing it. Just choose any random wire from our ESC and connect it to any random wire of the brushless motor. We can change it afterwards. After connecting the ESC to the motor, we are gonna tie our ESC to the leg using the zip tie cable. You can also use a zip tie cable to tie wires of the motors with the leg. We are gonna stick a LiPo battery to the base of our quadcopter. As you can see, I have already stick a velcro strip on the back of the battery and I'm gonna stick this other strip on the base of the quadcop. Now gently slide the LiPo battery and stick it on the velcro strip. As you can see, the LiPo battery will stick very easily. Use a LiPo battery strap to hold the battery with the frame more firmly. Since our base frame is ready, we are gonna attach this upper plate to the quadcop. This plate is just to protect the LiPo battery and to hold our flight controller. Check again whether each and every screw is tightened properly or not. Now we are gonna get the signal wires coming from the ESCs to the upper part of the quadcop using the hose in the frame. This is gonna help you while you are connecting your ESCs to the flight controller. Here is the tiny little KK 2.1.5 board. It has a LCD and 4 physical push buttons. This is the back of KK board. The connectors on the right side are for signal pins coming from ESCs and on the left are for the pins coming from receiver. I have also bought a case for my KK board so as to protect it while flying my pod. I advise you to buy one case or make one for yours. Start by placing your KK board inside your case and you use the screws to tight the two parts of the case together. Now our KK board is safely inside the case. We are gonna connect this case to our quadcop. Start by placing the case in the middle of the quadcop. Use some double-sided tape to stick the case from the chassis. Make sure to stick the board in the middle. Now we are going to connect our motors through ESC to our KK board. These are the signal pins coming from ESCs. The white wire is for signal, the red wire is for VCC and the black wire is for ground. Inner pins of KK board are signals, middle are VCC and outer pins are ground. To start by placing your ESC, make sure that the white wire stays inside. So now this is the motor number 1, motor number 2, motor number 3 and motor number 4. So here is the tiny little receiver of our quadcop. As you can see, it is a 6-channel receiver with one more port for battery, but we are not going to use it as we are going to power our board with channel connections. Inward pins of receiver are signal pins, middle pins are VCC and outer pins are ground. Now we are going to bind this receiver with this transmitter. Start by taking a female USB and connecting the signal pin of that connect port to ground mode. Now take the signal pin of one of the ESC and connect it to the channel 3. Make sure the white wires goes inward. Now connect your quadcop to your battery. As you connect, you can see a small LED starts blinking in the receiver. That means it has started the binding process. Start by pushing the bind button on your transmitter and turning on your transmitter. As you turn on the transmitter, you can see that the blinking LED on the receiver goes solid red. That means your transmitter and receiver are finely binded. Now remove the female to female jump cable. Remove your quadcopter connection and also turn off your transmitter. Now again you connect your quadcopter to the battery and turn on the transmitter again. As you can see, the LED starts glowing on the receiver. When you push your throttle up, you can see that the motor starts rotating. That means that your transmitter receiver are working perfectly. Decrease and increase the throttle to increase the speed of the motor. Use the upper toggle switch to stop and start the motor. Top plug of the wire coming from ESC and place it back to the KK board. Now take a female USB cable and connect the ground of the receiver to the ground of KK board. Connect the VCC of your receiver to the VCC on board and channel 1, 2, 3, 4 of receiver to signal pin 1, 2, 3, 4 of KK board. Now find a place where you can place this receiver on the bottom. I found a place on the right side where I can easily fit my receiver. Use some zip tie cables to hold it on place. Your KK board and go to menu, go scroll down to factory reset. Press enter and select yes. Your board will reset to factory reset. Make sure all the axes of the sensors are working perfectly and OK is the sign written after all of them. Now again go back to menu and scroll down to board motor layout. Calibration, that is accelerometer calibration. Place your quadcop on level ground and then press continue. Your accelerometer will calibrate and you can see OK against all the axes. Now we are going to calibrate a throttle stick with a KK board. Start by moving the throttle stick to 100% and turning on the receiver. As you can see, the LED will start. Now connect your quadcop to the battery and as you connect, push the first and the fourth button of KK board. You will hear 2 beeps from ESC. Now move the throttle stick to 0%. You'll hear 3 beeps from ESC. The throttle is configured. Now move to receiver test. Move your throttle up and down and you can see the values changing. Make sure when the throttle is 0, the value is idle. Move your sticks to check whether they are working or not. Use the substrings to make the value against the function 0. It does not matter if the value are continuously changing between 1 and 0. So as you can see, my values are now 0. Move your left stick towards the right to arm your KK board. Now give some throttle. As you can see, the motor will start rotating. Use your finger to see the direction of motor. As you can see, the direction of this motor is anti-clockwise, but it should be clockwise. So I'm gonna change some wires. Change the connection of motor and it should start rotating in the correct direction, that is anti-clockwise. Check again the direction of all 4 motors just for conformity. I made a small little mount for my camera. I'll place this mount here like this and my phone will slide in here. I made this mount using a toy called mechanics, but you can use wood and 3D printer to make those. Those mounts will definitely be more durable and better than this mount. Now I have attached the mount to the quadcop using some screws. As you can see, the mount is connected to me. My phone is gonna slide in here like this. Let me grab my phone. So here is my phone and I'm gonna place it in the mount. As you can see, my phone fits in perfectly and I am damn sure that it will not affect quadcopter while flying. As you can see, I have a small phone, so the propellers will also not cause any problem to my phone and as well as my phone will not cause any problem to the propellers. But if you have a big phone, then you need to attach the camera mount on the downside of your quadcop and also use landing gear for it, which could be expensive. Now we are gonna attach this propeller on the top of the motor like this. Some motors have screw system in which propeller need to be screwed on the top, but if you have a motor like this, like me, then you have got some of the bearings like these and a propeller and some bits like this. Start by taking your screws and putting it inside each and every bit. Choose the bit which fits in perfectly to your screw. I saw that this bit fits perfectly, so use this bit and put it on the back of the propeller like this. It should fit in nicely. Now take the screw and put its cap on it. This cap will act as a pressure. Now put in the prop and tighten it with the bolt. Don't fully tighten it as we have to put it on the motor also. Now place the prop on the motor and start tightening the bolt. You can use a screwdriver to put in between those holes and tighten the propeller. When you have done, you can see that the propeller will move together with the motor. Now as you can see, we have attached all the 4 propellers on our motors. You can use internet to find which propellers are clockwise and which one are anti-clockwise. Now grab your phone and put it in your mount and see whether the propellers are causing an obstruction to the phone or phone is causing obstruction to the propellers. Now we are going to install the camera app on our smart devices. This app is available for both iOS and Android users for free of cost. Start by going to the App Store and search for Alfred. You can see that I have already downloaded the app. Open the app. The app is opened. can see, it is asking me to sign in with Google ID. I'll sign it with my Google ID. This is just to use your phone wirelessly when you are not connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Now it's asking me what should I use this device as, viewer or camera. I will select this device as viewer. So tap on viewer and select next. Now it will show all the devices that I have used in past. Do the same in your other devices, but choose camera in that device and go next. As you can see, the camera has popped up, and tap on that and you can see the camera will start working.